Now, it's just me and you. In your heart of hearts, do you think your daughter could have been mixed up in the big C group? I can't say the word. They can probably type it for me, but maybe you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know, honestly.
Are you in fear for your life?
We have had people stalking my house. My son's truck has been vandalized. It's just getting out of control.
Now that things are kind of crazy, will you go get SD cards for your cameras? Because we don't want something to happen to y'all and then we wouldn't know what happened. Do you think it's important to go make sure that your cameras are working now?
As soon as I get the money, and I have the most deadliest dog in the world. I have a cane corso. I'm not really worried about somebody trying to come in my house. And the cop told me today if my dog kills them because they broke into my house, so be it. I'm not really worried about it.
We have 203,000 likes, 930 souls in this room. If you are in this room, please follow me. That is free to do. The comments are going really, really fast, so I'm trying to look and see if you all have any particular questions. Here's a question that I have seen several people bring up. If there was $18,000, and you and I spoke about this yesterday, about the check, and we've established where the picture of the check come from and why, but there's $16,000 left in that account. Would you stake that for the return, for the reward money for the return of your daughter?
I'd rather hand it over to my daughter.
Do you think that rewards or offering a reward will help in this case?
There's already a reward, but my daughter could use the money a lot more. When she comes back, she's going to need money. She's going to need to be able to get a place for her and the baby so that she can keep the baby, and she's going to need things. That's going to go to her. I don't care who likes it or not, but that's going to go to her.
When you took her to the hospital when she was having what I would consider Braxton Hicks, and you said that you had forgotten your wheelchair. When you got to the hospital and you called Brad to bring the wheelchair to you, do you think that it would have been easier just to ask to borrow a wheelchair from the hospital?
No, because I have cellulite on my butt, and that would have made it very uncomfortable for me. I have a very thick padding on my wheelchair so that that doesn't happen, and I can kind of avoid it happening.
Mm. I'm ready. I'm trying to read so fast. I'm so sorry, guys. Courtney, here's a question from somebody in the comments. Are you documenting everything that is happening to you as in vandalism for the police?
They know, they've been here. I've called them.
And Courtney, people are judgmental. I will hand that. And sometimes they may take things out of context or out of the way. What is one thing that is really out there in here that people have said that you would like to set straight?
People are going to say what they're going to say no matter what you say. You can tell them the timeline. Everybody's, oh, I want the timeline, timeline, timeline. I have said the same thing from the get go. I want my daughter found. I'm tired of hearing that, oh, well, she's not doing anything. Okay, I can't do anything, but you know what? I can answer a phone and I can message people and message the detective and all that. So I'm doing my part. And I just asked the lady today for a search party that did the search party. I just asked her today because I've got word that a place needs to be searched, but it has to be hush hush because we have new information and I can't say what that is.
And who gave you this new information? The detective?
It came from my daughter, Kimberly.
One of the things that I keep seeing in the comments, so I'm just trying to clear this up for the folks in here. You say that you have to save up the money or get the money for the SD cards for the cameras, but you're also at the same time stated yesterday that
I'm
you
not
are getting
taking any
IVF.
money.
I'm sorry.
Um, Spending $35 a month in fertility pills is nothing. And I'm not taking any money away from my children. People need to realize that. That all goes to my children.
I'm reading for more questions, folks. Let's see here. If she got searched with the paper they have when they come to the house. Did they show you a search warrant when they come to the house today?
No, I let them search. I voluntarily let them search. That I've done since this has started. It's all been voluntary. They know they don't need a warrant to search whatever, whenever they want.
We have 984 souls in this room right now. If you are in here, please give me a follow. It's free to do. A little bit, which I recognize as somebody that knows y'all. She was on my panel at one time, says, why was it stated that the cameras are facing the road and catching everything? I think that is that the cameras are facing the road, but it's just a simple live view. It's not recorded.
It is a live view. It is not recorded. And I'm going to set everybody straight. I have never had a hysterectomy. I can have kids. Thank you very much.
Do you have or have you ever had any plans to move to Texas?
Yes, because I can't take the cold anymore. It's getting to me really bad. With being an amputee, you have no idea how bad the cold gets to me.
What time frame did you plan on moving to Texas?
We were already supposed to be moving, but we didn't go because we had things that we had to do here.
People are well, the IVF people are having trouble. Now I'm 48 years old, and I have to tell you, I have a son that's 27 and a daughter that's 23. And though I love children and I loved raising my kids and I love watching their adult lives, I have a grandbaby. You couldn't pay me $1,000,000 to start all over right now with the child because I'm just wore out, just flat out wore out. Now, but some people do. I'm not saying I'm not being biased to an age at all, but it does seem very oddly that at the same time, I'm trying to put this to you so that you understand why people are so on edge here. At the same time that your daughter is due to give birth, you claim that this post that came from the Book of Faces about a newborn being in the NICU is false. So, in other words, somebody would have had to make a fake account to send that message to look like it was from you. So, take that into consideration, okay? And then you've got plans to move to Texas at the same time, and you've got you taking IVF treatments. And so that's why the public has this notion that somehow you had plans to steal this baby and run off to Texas. What is your response to that?
That is about the lowest thing I've ever heard. And my son, he's 14. He's always wanted a sibling. always wanted a sibling. And I have put off having a baby. Well, I'm getting an age where if I'm going to have one, I'm going to have one. If not, then I'm not going to. I'm at that point right now. So having a baby is for my 14-year-old. He wants a sibling. He's been wanting one, and if I can do that before I get to that age, then we're going to try. And my husband wants one between us.
How and then we're just gathering information. How many children do you have, Rebecca, and then the 14-year-old? Do you have any others?
I have my oldest son, which is 25. I have Rebecca, which is 22. I have Kimberly, that is 21. I have Bentley, that is 20, that is 14. Might as well keep going on with the 20s. Bentley
Je-
is my baby.
well, but your son may want a baby, but do you obviously, or do you have the energy to try to do this all over again? Because I'm wore out. I couldn't do it. My bones hurt too much.
I'm not that old. I'm going to say that. So having a baby is nothing. I've had my daughter's daughter. I had her from 5 weeks to 12 weeks. I was helping my daughter raise her daughter. So I took care of my grandbaby every day, every night, all night. I did it. So that's nothing. Yeah, my son might have to go chase his sibling, but hey, whatever. It's a family thing that we would put all together.
Hmm. Can you address the rumors about the home that you live in belonging to someone else and that you're not supposed to be there? Is this true or false?
That is so false. And that's none of anybody's business. That is my private life, so they need to just get off it. I mean, that goes between me, my husband. That is nobody else's business.
Do you know of any places where your daughter would have stayed where there is not electricity? As of recent, like the day. So here, I guess where my
Um,
question is on the Snapchat that she sent, which I'm sure you've read. She says that she is cleaning up a room with a flashlight, and I just thought, why? And they don't have any lights.
because at night Rich shuts off the lights at his dad's house, so she's got to tiptoe around to clean if she wants to clean. Rich ain't getting off his ass to clean. Trust me. He is not going to help her with anything. He's lazy. He's a drug addict. My daughter would have had to do it all. And then on top of it, him beating her. Come on.
There have been rumors that folks have seen you hanging around town with Rich. Is this true or false?
I sit at home 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't leave my house. I am waiting for my daughter to come back. I'm not going anywhere. And if I do, it's really, really short, and I am right back here. And I'm with my husband, or it's my husband, my daughter, and my son. Or me and my husband and my daughter, or it's vice versa. It depends. I've only left maybe twice since my daughter's been missing. Rich is running around with his baby mama, Ashley. And he's running around with Paige. And he's running around with Mr. Mercer. And he's running around with this person. He's not sitting home waiting for her to come back. And I wonder why. With the information that I have, I know why he's not.
Uh huh. So you have information that Rich, I'm going to say, may or may not be involved, but there are some new information in regards to that.
I can't say that. That's not what I said. He's a drug addict. He's going to be running out looking for drugs. Plain and
Right.
simple.
Right. And I'm just trying to get the facts, and get, so because when you speak about what is true or not true, and dispel that, then the community can take that, and maybe some things might calm down in that sense. We have 237,000 likes, 1,000 souls in this room. If you are in this room, please give me a follow. It's free to do. Today's live goal is 20 corgi corgs. We have 6 of the 20. It goes to support the platform and what we do here, which right now is giving a voice to the voiceless, who is Rebecca. Her mother, her biological mother, Courtney, is joining me on the panel tonight, or today rather. We've been spending so much time in this. I don't know. I don't even have my curtains open. I'm not even looked outside today. But I appreciate you coming up here. And I don't know how much time you have, but I would really love, now that it's just me and you, to start at the beginning, to tell everyone in here, and you may have to go through this timeline over and over. I spoke to News Nation on the phone. They have your story. They want your phone number. Are you interested? Would you be interested to speaking to News Nation about the disappearance of your daughter?
The detective has told us not to comment on Facebook, not to be going on these shows, just to let everybody think what they're going to think and just leave it alone, because everybody is not listening. No matter how many times you tell them, everybody's got their own opinion, and they are just, it's getting crazy. It's getting out of hand. So me and my daughter, my son, my husband, and a few other people have taken ourselves from social media. We're not commenting on anything. We're not really answering questions, because the detective says it's just more fuel. The more we give them, the more they fuel.
But this is a national news platform who would be able to get the word out there that your daughter is missing, which would be huge. Think of Nancy Grace. I'm going to. I know a producer over there. I'm going to email today. And so it wouldn't be so much as the rumors, but focused on what happened that day and where your daughter may could be. When you look at it in the sense of reach and the number of eyes that would see the picture of your daughter and know that she's missing, wouldn't it be worth it?
It'd be worth it, but we've been advised not to do it.
Will you start over with me that day? Can we start at the beginning and talk through this if you have time? Um, because I want to understand, and I have been in the comments, and I've been on a panel where there's a lot of people, so information has went, probably got changed or miscommunicated. So I want to hear from you directly, one on one. That day, November the 3rd, 2025, you said you went over to Rich's house to pick Courtney up. I'm not Courtney, but pick Rebecca up. Do I have this correct so far?
Yes, between 6:30 and 7.
And the reason you went over there is to bring her back to your home to give her this $2,000. Is that correct?
That and Tide Pods,
In Tide Pods.
which I still have the bag. I actually pulled them out of my truck. They're sitting on my coffee table, actually.
Is can we just be honest with each other and clear this part up? Are you meaning literal Tide Pods, or is that slang for something else? I'll take your answer. Moving on.
Literally, Tide Pods. Laundry soap.
No, it really is literally Tide Pods. See, some people are saying it's slang, and some people are saying it's literally to wash some clothes.
I have not done drugs in 10 years. Tide Pods are literally to wash clothes.
Okay.
That's what
I
I
just
figured they would be. I mean,
Okay. So we're going to clear that up that it was actually laundry because I go into shows and I see some people say it was laundry detergent and some people say it was street pharmaceuticals. So I just wanted to clear that up. So she came over and did you hand the money in hundreds, 20s, fives, a mix, or how was the cash distributed to her?
it was in hundreds.
And she did not take her this is according to Rich's testimony. He says that she did not take her purse with her or her wallet which contains her ID or any of that stuff. Is this true or false?
She didn't have a bag. She didn't have anything with her. It was just her.
So where did she put $2,000 worth of 100s in her pocket?
In her pocket, her pants pocket, because they had um, pockets on the sweatpants that she was wearing. She
Mm-hmm.
just slipped it in there.
And did you when you was with her, she had her phone with her, correct? She had her phone.
Yeah.
Was her phone getting text messages during the time that she was at your house?
She looked at her phone a couple times, but that was about it. But I didn't see if it was the phone that she was using or if it was a different phone. We have a phone that is missing, and Rich says he can't find it, and the sister don't have it. So the sister gave it to Becca, and that phone's missing.
He said, in regards to that particular phone, that it is not working, that it won't charge, and that it's at his house. Do you think that this is true? That's what he told the panel the other day was that it's not working and it doesn't charge, so he has it.
Her iPhone, not Mr. Mercer, James Mercer's phone.
Okay. So she looks at her phone a couple of times and can you explain to me because this is one thing that I had a hard time understanding, maybe because I've not looked at a picture of your home, so I'm not demographically aware. But why? So I drew actually, and I told you I was going to do this yesterday. A draw to see if I have this right. So I'm going to show you this, and you tell me if I have it correctly. Let me see if I can unmirror myself again. I don't know if I can while I'm. This is mirrored, so it's backwards. So I understand it would be the opposite way. But are you saying that this is your home, and right across the street, you guys were sitting here, right, like facing a direction, and the car came
Yes.
from another direction and pulled behind you. And so, if you look in your rearview mirror, you would be able to see the car in your rearview mirror.
Yes. Yes.
And that is when you notice that the car is black and the years between 1998 and 2005 Chevy Impala with round taillights.
I noticed the taillights when they got in my headlights, and I noticed that it was black when they got in my headlights. Even though they sped off, I could still see it.
So they turned around and went the way that they came.
No, they went past my truck and went the same way that I was facing.
Got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. So you were able to see the front and back. Um, and she got out of the car and she said, "I'll be right back."
She said, "Mom, I'll be back." She didn't say, "I'll be right back." She said, "Mom, I'll be back."
And then you said, "Okay," or
I didn't say anything. I didn't say a word to her. I didn't want to seem like it was a snobby okay or nothing like that, so I didn't say anything. Because my daughter is really, I don't know, you get snobby with her and she instantly attitude city.
right. All right. We have 1.1 thousand souls in here. If you guys are in here, please give me a follow. That's totally free to do, and it'll help you keep up with not only this case, but other cases we are covering as well. Thank you for that. I appreciate your support. So when she gets out of the car, she gets, and you told me yesterday that she got into a front passenger side.
Yes, I could see it in my mirror on my passenger side.
And when she
And I could
got,
see that.
wow, when she, and you're just kind of looking in the rearview mirror and kind of don't know what's going on, and you're going to be quiet because you want to sustain this relationship with your daughter, a trust relationship. When she opened that door, did the inside light turn on?
No, I didn't see a light. Did not see a light.
Were you able to see or make out any other people or persons or shadows inside the car?
No.
And what did you do immediately after the car left with her? Did you pull back into your driveway and go back into your home?
I did. I was going to sit here and wait for her.
When she did not return, let's say, so this was at 8:30 the last time you saw her. Well, let's say by 9:30 she had not returned. Did you or did you think of I should maybe text her and see where she's at, make sure she got to where she was going okay?
Nope, because then she would have said, "Oh, you're just being nosy. You're all up in my business again." And if she did plan on coming back, I didn't want to push her. So I waited till 11 and I'm like, she's not back yet. Like, I'm going to get a hold of her sister and I'm going to get Rich up so that he can go look at places that they go and maybe he'll find her there. But he didn't answer his phone. And I called him repeatedly. Like, I wanted him to get up and go search these places that they go.
I saw your call log that you shared where you did try to call him. It was about every minute or two. I have to be honest with you. I found that odd to try to call that
That is
much.
just
Only,
something.
go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
That is just something that me and my girls and my son, my mother, that's just what we do. If we want something, we just keep calling and calling until they answer. That's just how we've been all these years.
Did you try to text him as well?
I did text him and I told him, I said, "Hey, your old lady took off."
Why is let me understand Rich. Is he a heavy sleeper?
Only when he's on drugs.
So he to his own words, he said that they had been clean as because that was one of the conditions as to moving back in with his father. So for a month, he said, "Do you believe that's true?"
No.
So it's
Rich is
possible.
such a liar.
So it's possible, and you're saying that he could have taken street pharmaceuticals and not been alerted to the text messages, or I mean the phone calls. So the fact that you couldn't get him and that you didn't hear back from your daughter, is there anybody else that you tried to contact that night?
No. I didn't know who to contact. All I knew was my daughter and Rich. That was it. The two people that would know where she would have gone, or where she had gone, or if she was at this place or if she was at that place, it would be my daughter and Rich.
In your heart of hearts, Courtney, what motive would Rich have to harm her and the unborn baby?
I don't know.
Because
Me and
she
my daughter
what
didn't talk about her and Rich. She just said, Mom, I don't want to talk about that. And I said, okay, we don't have to. Because I asked her how her and Rich were doing. And she's like, Mom, I don't even want to talk about it. I said, okay.
I have a guest request here, and it's another true crime content creator, and I'm sure she's got a question or two for you. And she's just the content is it's going to be very calm. Do you mind if she comes up and asks you a question or two?
I don't mind.
Hello.
Hey, I just want to, and you don't have to answer these questions, but I'm just going based off what you are saying and what Steph is asking you. And I kind of have questions in between those questions. So I guess I'll first by saying or by asking, um, let's back up a little bit of the time that you went and picked up Becca. So you said that you went and picked up Becca to bring her back to give her Tide Pods as well as the money, right?
Yes.
Okay. So my question there is, why would you bring her back to your house to get Tide Pods and money when you could just bring it to her?
Because that was the plan. That's what we planned. We didn't plan on going to the store. I mean, we talked about it.
Right, but the Tide Pods were at your house, right? So wouldn't that's I just feel like in my mind that's a waste of gas to go back and forth when you could just bring her the Tide Pods and go back home.
That's not what she wanted to do.
Okay.
And
The
we were
reason the
supposed to go get ice cream also, you know? And we
the
never made
reason
it
True
there
Crime
because
Nicole
she
is
left.
asking this, and we're trying to fill in the blanks here, is because the public perceives, and you obviously know this by now, Courtney, by reading the news and seeing these articles, that people are perceiving that perhaps there was a plan to lure her to that spot. What is your response to that?
There was no plan. It was just a plan for us to spend more time together so that we could talk. I don't know why anybody would even say that. I have the right to talk to my daughter, and my daughter has the right to talk to me. It's just how we do things. Nobody knows how we are, mother and daughter.
Right.
Nobody. And everybody wants to try to, oh, well, I know this and I know that. You don't know nothing. We do what we do. That's just how we are. I mean, Kimberly, if she asked me for laundry soap, I'd go pick her up, bring her here. Then I'd get her laundry soap and I'd take her back. It's just how we are.
Okay.
You know, it's
Okay.
just how me and my kids are.
Okay, so my next question is um whenever this vehicle pulled up and you didn't recognize it, um and she said that she'll be right back. Did you ever ask her whenever you realized you didn't recognize it, like, hey, who is that? Did you ever ask her that or no?
If I would have asked her that, she would have been like, oh, you're all up in my business again. And it would have pushed my daughter away. Not doing that. I wanted a relationship with my daughter. She's having my grandson. I don't want to push her away. People don't realize that my daughter has came with me before and has left me before. That's
Mm-hmm.
she's done it a million times to me. It
Yeah,
pisses me
and
off every time, but she's an adult. What can I do? I can't do nothing.
yeah,
Like
I'm
I told the
gonna
cop that was here today, what am I supposed to do? Pin her down and, grab her or whatever? I said, my daughter would have whooped my ass. My daughter is one feisty woman, and oh my God, I will not mess with that because, oh boy, if she's knocking Rich's eye out of his socket, come on. I ain't messing with that.
A lot of the public also perceived the money as motive. Why would she, and I asked this question myself, why would she only take $2,000? So I want to clarify this. Was it that she was only getting $2,000 at the time, like this is all I want right now, or was she wanting the $2,000 at total and nothing, not a penny of nothing else?
She didn't want any more than that. Rich was the one that wanted the $18,000. She did not. She wanted 2 grand that quick, and that was it. That's all she wanted.
I
So
have
I gave her the 2,000, and that was it. Because when I dropped her off from the hospital after Rich got out of the car, she whispered under her breath, "Mom, you're going to have the 2,000, right?" I said, "Yeah." And she's like, "Okay." And that was all she said. Because Rich was acting retarded on the side of the vehicle that my daughter was on, hitting this
um,
vehicle that was sitting in the yard. And yeah,
so my next question is, and whenever did you say that whenever y'all were in the vehicle outside, you had like left something in the house, so you ran inside and grabbed it and came back out? Is that correct?
I came in the house to get the Tide Pods and I went back out. And that's when we were getting ready to pull out the driveway. She says, "Mom, hold up. I got somebody coming." I said, "What the hell you mean you got somebody coming?"
And then
She's like,
she
"I got somebody
said,
to come that's coming to get me."
mhm.
Okay.
Do
So
you, let me ask this in regards to, let's say that something nefarious happened to Rebecca. In that case, though they are not married, would Rich get the remaining money?
No, he ain't getting nothing. He's not entitled to anything. Nothing.
Go ahead, True Crime Nicole.
So my follow-up question about that is, I did want to ask a question. Now, this might be personal, so if you don't feel comfortable answering it, you don't. But I have a question and then I have a follow-up question. I do know that you're an amputee. Do you have a prosthetic? And I'm just
Not
asking this
answered.
because I have a follow-up question to ask. I'm sorry.
Not answering that.
Okay. So my follow-up question is, whenever you ran back inside, wouldn't it, with Becca being with you, wouldn't it had been easier for Becca to just run inside and go get the Tide Pod and come out rather than you as an amputee?
Why would I send my pregnant daughter in to get it when I can get off my ass and go do it? She's pregnant. She was just in the hospital. Why would I want her to walk down a hill that is kind of a little steep and then onto a rickety ramp? Why would I want that? Like, my ramp is safe enough for me to walk on, but my daughter is 240 pounds. And she's walking kind of duck waddling, as you could say. I'm not going to make her walk that far. So I did it.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. And I don't want you to think that like me and Steph are against you. It's just there's a lot of questions that a lot of people are asking and they want the answers from you, right? So um, we're just trying to clear the air on things that are being asked repeatedly, and we're getting answers from a lot of different people that weren't directly there at that time, you know?
Courtney, how hard has this been for you?
It's been very hard. I'm barely sleeping. I watch my cameras hoping that she's coming home. Lay awake at night watching the cameras so that I don't miss anything. I'm only getting a couple, 3 hours of sleep, maybe here and there.
Thank you guys. Thank you for the corgi. Thank you for the support. We have 281,000 likes. I think we can reach 300,000 likes, 1.2 thousand souls in this room right now. If you are in this room, please give me a follow. Totally free to do on the panel with me. True Crime Nicole, make sure you give her a follow. And Courtney, the mother of Rebecca Park, who is still missing. Today is her due date. When she gave birth to her other children, was she early or late with them?
With Nicholas, I think she was early, but with Gus, I think she went past her due date. I'm not sure.
Do you feel right now that by now she would have gone into labor?
I hope not. We want to be there with her. We're hoping that she comes home before she has baby Park.
We haven't heard anything from the adoptive parents. There hasn't.
They
I
are not
haven't.
commenting at all.
I'm sorry.
The adoptive parents are not commenting about anything. They do not want to be mentioned. Nothing.
Why?
They don't want to be harassed. They don't want to be threatened. They don't want none of that. They're staying out of everything, and I don't blame them.
Have you ever witnessed Rich physically abusing Rebecca? Or verbally?
I've seen him grab her, but I've never seen the abuse. Her sister has seen it. She's broke it up.
And are you guys continually like calling the local hospitals to see if anybody has come in?
Yes, her sister is. I can't. My phone is off, but her sister and the adoptive mother is.
Can I ask a question? And this is for you, Courtney. When did you and Brad get together?
What is that? That has nothing to do with my daughter.
Okay. You don't have to answer. I just wanted to ask a question.
Everybody is missing the point. It's about my daughter, not who slept with who got with who, what happened 20 years ago. None of that contains to my daughter. It's finding my daughter, and if she's had my grandson, it's finding baby Park.
Right. We are just, I'm just trying my very best to, I want to believe you, Courtney. As a true crime creator, I have to look at both sides. I have to look at all different angles. And so it's not whether or not we believe you or not, you don't have to talk to us or anybody, right? You could just go on along with the case. So I do appreciate you getting on the panel, and I think this is going to help dispel a lot of it. We really, 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 in our heart of hearts, want to believe that you're telling the truth about this mysterious black vehicle, and then seeing your daughter get in, not asking many questions. And we want to support you, but in order to get there, we have to understand the facts. And so there might be questions that don't make sense and this and that, but we're just trying to establish who is who and this and that. That's all.
Okay, I'm going to say this. The detective has known me for years. He knows when it comes to something serious, I'm not going to lie about it. And this is serious. Like, serious. And people want to blow it out of proportion. I'm saying this and saying that. Well, you know what? People that are saying what they're saying, you guys need to just shut up. You don't even know. This is about my daughter and finding my daughter. Let's not make it about something else. I've already told Rich, don't make it about him. Araya's trying to make it about her. It's not about her either. It's about finding my daughter. And that is it. So when guys want to ask me stupid questions like, oh, are you an amputee? Oh, is this your house? Well, did you do this or do that? When I say what I've said happened that night, and that's the truth, I'm not going to say, oh, well, this went on and this went on, because it didn't happen.
Okay, so
Rich is a drug addict, so let's leave it as that. And it's not my daughter that's money grubbing hungry. It's Rich. Like always.
okay, so
Every woman that he's ever been with, as soon as he can get something from him, he's going to.
So I told you earlier I spoke to Detective Chris this morning, the lead detective on the case, and he told me, and you can speak on this as well. He had told me, and I know Steph had mentioned a little bit of it, but what he said exactly is that the rugs that were being distributed were coming from and related to the C word from your house. That is what he told me this morning. Like y'all's distributor is in connection with the C word.
That's bullshit.
That is
bullshit.
The detective
I
told
will
me
call
this
the
morning.
detective out because he knows damn well I ain't done drugs in 10 years. And my husband doesn't do them either.
So he also did tell me that he has known you since you were 16 years old. He said that there's 3 other detectives as well on the case, and they've known you since you were 16 years old. Now, as far as him knowing you, it was more based off of a police department connection rather than friendly connection. Can you speak on that?
He's known me since I was with my son's dad.
Well,
And
yeah,
he
said you since you were 16 years old, but he said it wasn't a friendly connection. It was a connection because he works for the police department.
I have a clean record. My record only had a couple things on it besides driving on suspended, which I got that all taken care of. But I don't have a criminal background. I've never been busted for drugs. I've never been busted for this or that. Or why does that even pertain anything?
I'm just asking because that's what he's telling me, and I'm not saying that you've done anything. I do feel, and I'm not trying to be mean here, but I do feel like you are taking offense to a lot of things that are being asked and said to you. And I want to reiterate that I'm not here to offend you in any type of way. I'm just asking questions based on what police have told me. I would rather believe the police than social media, if that makes any sense.
But my background has nothing to do with my daughter. She was in foster care and adopted out. That has nothing to do with her.
It's the reason is, and I'm trying to see this from the public sense, is they're just trying to get a sense of who you are. Are you trustworthy? Because if we can say, okay, in our hearts, we feel like Courtney's telling the truth. Can we focus past that and focus on finding this black vehicle to try to find her? And I know that some serious groups are involved, but that that doesn't stop the news from talking about her disappearance. They can't kill us all. So, my question to you is, if the local newspaper or the local news, not national news, comes to you and wants to do an interview, are you going to do it? I mean, it seems like you're scared of the media, but the media is how we. In other words, we are the milk cartons. I say it all the time. We are. Remember when we was growing up in the '80s, and you got your milk carton, and that's how you saw when somebody was missing because they was on it. We're not in. We're past the days of Dan Rather. So we're in a time and place now where social media comes from different people from all. So when Dan Rather was on the TV, everybody was thinking that way on their couch. Now we can see what they're thinking because it's right there, right? And so it's hard to take everybody's dagger and everybody's opinion. So that's why we have these questions, so we can put some things to rest, not to judge you, but just to put them out. Okay, we're done. We're not going to talk about that anymore. It's asked, answered, settled. Can we move on? That type of thing.
Been answering questions and still nobody listens.
Was Brad home at the time?
No.
So I was just asking to wonder if he maybe saw something out the window or something, or something. I don't know.
That was a very.
He doesn't live here. My kids will not come around if he is here. And spending time with my children was more important than having him here.
In your town of Cadillac, I've not looked at any Google Earth pictures, so I'm not familiar at all. Are there businesses in your town that has cameras that you can remember or recall?
I don't live in Cadillac. I live out in the country.
How far from town is it?
I'm about 16 miles out.
So, do you ever go to Cadillac? I know you're home all the time, but do you go shopping? I'm home all the time too because it's hard for I too am disabled because of my neuropathy, and it's hard to go walking as it hurts and whatnot. So everything I do is probably from the house, but there's sometimes I have to go to town. Do you ever go into town?
Only when I go to the doctor's. My groceries are picked up for me and brought to me.
Yeah, me too. I always order because you go walking around the grocery store, and then the next thing you know, you're so much in pain you got to put ice on your body because you're on far. But I'm just kind of think out loud here about what buildings in Cadillac would have cameras. And you got Cadillac, and then you got kind of the outskirts. What is the next biggest town close to Cadillac?
Traverse City, and that's 45 minutes away. The detective has my daughter's GPS and where her phone was pinging off of. And I told him the exact way we went, and he's like, well, that explains why her phone's pinging off that tower.
What went through your mind? Okay, and I want a time as well. The day after she disappeared, November the 4th, we know that you tried to call Rich that night, but when you woke up that morning, did you try to call him again?
He had already texted me, and I didn't wake up. I was already awake. I'm waiting for my child to come back. So I stayed up.
I would too.
And he texted me at like 9:20, 9:30, something like that.
So I wanted to ask a question. So the night that she went missing and she left and you had contacted Rich, right? You called Rich that night around, you said like 11:30? Is that correct?
Between 11 and 11:30. My daughter cleared it up yesterday. I called her at 11:07.
You called
and as soon as I got his number, I tried to call him.
Okay, so my question is, did you ever try calling Becca before you called Rich?
Oh no, because of the fact that she would have said I'm all up in her business had she have answered her phone. I figured I'd let Rich or her sister text her or call her. And when I went to go call that morning, my number had been blocked. It's went straight to voicemail.
Your number was blocked on Becca's phone,
Yes.
which the day that she went missing or the following day?
That next morning, my number was blocked.
So when did y'all turn the phone into police?
Her sister turned it into them. I want to say Wednesday morning. I don't know. You'd have to ask her sister.
Let's back up. Let's back up and take our time. Hold on, hold the panel. Let's take our time here. You said that your number was blocked on her phone the next day. So you're saying that sometime after she left, either she or somebody got her phone and blocked your contact?
Yes. It went straight to voicemail, and her sister's like, it's just ringing for me. I was like, well, my number's blocked.
And do you have an iPhone?
I do not have an iPhone.
I was just trying to think of how, because I know how iPhones work, but I'm not familiar with Androids. I know on an iPhone, if you're blocked and you try to call somebody, it just rings and rings and rings and rings. But if it goes to voicemail, then it's more than likely a dead phone.
Her phone wasn't dead. Her phone was on when we found it.
Wait, hold on. When did y'all find this phone?
We're going to get to there. Let's take this step by step because we want to stay in a timeline form here. So, Courtney, let's take this step by step. So, you text and you didn't go to sleep because you were worried. I totally get that. And you text him again at 9:20 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. again. And what did you say in that text message?
I told him that she had $2,000.
The next morning at the text that you sent at 9:20 a.m., you text that she had two. Oh, I think she paused herself. We have 320,000 likes and 1.2 thousand people in this room right now. Today's live goal is 20 Corgi Corks. We have 16 of the 20. If you can throw one, it goes to support our platform and what we do here. If you are in the room, please give me a follow because that is free to do. Let's see if we can make 350,000 likes. I don't know if she got a phone call or what. Thank you, Cher. Huh?
She's looking at her text, but
looking at her text. Okay, gotcha.
I want to know when that phone was found. And then she said she called her the following morning, but she had just stated that she didn't call her the initial night because she would have been aggressive towards Courtney. So what would make the difference to call her less than 24 hours later and her not be aggressive than that initial night and her be aggressive? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I think the answer to that is her number was blocked the next day.
Right, but
which is a new tidbit. We had not heard this. Go ahead.
But yeah.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I was like,
Right. Okay. Oh, Courtney, I'm sure you can hear us, but if you read it off the screen, we can't hear you. You have to be on the live. Like,
oh,
yeah.
Yeah, so just summarize.
11:08, I said, call me back ASAP. And then I was like, Rich, it's Courtney, call me back. And then I was like, dude, call me. I was
Yeah.
like, your old lady took off with some dude, because I figured it was a dude. Not saying that it was, but just expression words. Took off with some dude in some black car.
Mm-hmm.
Rich texts back at 9:51 a.m. saying, I'll call in a minute.
Now, Rich
And
says,
then
go ahead.
I want to ask a question.
Hold on just a minute. Let her finish.
I was like, I'm coming home. I'm worried about my daughter because I had to go into the doctor.
Okay. And what?
Like, I'm worried. I don't know what to do. I don't want to lose her or the baby. And I was like, I know. It's like, she hasn't done this stuff in a long fucking time. I don't know what to do. Like, stay calm. We will find her. And then he went on for his little pity party about him. And yeah.
Okay. Something that hit my mind immediately that I'm seeing over and over again in the comments is, why would he be worried about her if she, because the reason I'm saying this is because the other day in a panel, he said that she does this sometimes. He wasn't really worried that she went to friend's house sometimes and wouldn't for the night, and that she's cheated on him before. So he figured that she was probably with somebody or whatnot. I'm paraphrasing, don't take me word for word here. But then all of a sudden, according to you and the text messages, he was super worried. Why would he be so worried over somebody who does this from time to time?
I don't know. That's a good question to ask him. Why was he so worried? I mean, if she does this all the time, what is the reason that he's worried? I know that she was dilated to 1. I get that. And there's a chance that she'd go into labor, but she would call if she went into labor, you know? So asking him why he was so worried would be the question for him. I don't know.
Okay.
It's oddly because he said, I don't want to lose her and the baby. That's a pretty strong statement for somebody that has just, for all intents purposes, gone to a friend's overnight. That's pretty strong wordage. Go ahead, True Crime Nicole.
Okay, so back to my initial question. When did y'all find this phone?
Let's go back to that day. So we're going along the timeline here. So let's go back to that she was explaining the text messages. So now we're at 9:51 a.m.
I'm losing my train.
After 9:51 a.m., that last text from Rich, what happened next? Did you make a phone call? Did you go across the road and look around? I mean, kind of what happened next? I think she's reading another text message. We're going to get to the phone. I'm just trying to figure out what has happened up until the phone.
So you know when she found this phone? Because I mean, I guess it's just like a simple question, right?
Well, it's a simple question, but it's an important one. So I'm trying to establish timeline before we get there.
I got you.
I don't know. She's reading something.
At 10:30 is when we found the phone.
10:30.
And
gotcha.
Rich had said, he's like, I hope it's good news that you need to talk to me about.
And so, explain to me, how did the thought process of needing to go across the road to go look for the phone come up? Is it because Rich, you got a hold of Rich, and Rich pinged the phone and he said, I could see it down such and such dirt road. And then you and Kimberly went looking for it?
Kimberly sent me the GPS coordinates that Rich had sent her. If you know how to read a GPS, you know how to read coordinates.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband is really good with that because he's a builder, so he knows how to read GPS coordinates because he has to for building houses and
Mm-hmm.
his job. So he read them and he's like, that's across the road. I was like, are you shitting me? He's like, no, Courtney, that's across the road. I was like, okay, let's go now. So we got in the truck. He walked the trail as I followed him. As soon as he come to the phone, he picked it up. He handed it to me. There was like moisture on the screen. So I
Mm-hmm.
took and I rubbed it on my pants. Probably not a smart idea, but I did, not thinking. Rubbed it on my pants and the phone was still going off. So I shut it off so that nobody could say, well, you were on it. Well, she has a code on her phone. Why would I be on her phone? Anyways. And we took the phone straight to Rich. Rich knew the code to get into that phone. When I handed him the phone, he turned it back on, walked away from my vehicle, was looking at the phone, and he's like, oh, well, it's too dark for me to even look at it. That screen was bright as ever when I shut it off. But he said it was dull and he couldn't see it.
What?
And I'm like, when you get into the phone, I need to know who the last one it was that she called. Come to find out, he deleted everything from Sunday on. There was no calls. There was no text messages. There was nothing there from Monday. Nothing. Nothing from the text messages from Tuesday when we were looking for the phone. Her sister was texting her. There was none of that. And I could see text messages on the screen. But he deleted all that. Why is
Wait,
he deleting crap?
did she go missing on Monday?
She went missing Monday night. Tuesday is when we found the phone.
And
So Rich came over to did you took the phone
No,
back
no,
to
no, no,
your.
no, no. We took the phone to Rich's. Me and my husband took the phone to Rich's house.
All right, okay, got it. And so when all of that was done, and you left, did you leave the phone with Rich, or what happened next?
We left it there with him. He was supposed to get into the phone and get a hold of me and tell me who the last person was that she had text Monday night. He never called me. He never texted me. He never did any of that. He never got a hold of the sister. He never did any of that.
And by now, what time are we at? Around 11 a.m.
Yeah, because the cops showed up here at like 12:15. And I'm like, well, somebody called the cops. I was like, I don't know who, but somebody did. And
Okay,
I was assuming
I
it was
want to.
my other daughter.
hold on. Hold the panel. So that was my question. That's where I was kind of thinking here. When you left the phone with him, and then I was going to ask, who called the cops about her missing? Was it Rich? Was it you? Or do you know?
It was her sister.
Kimberly.
Yes.
So the cops arrive, or you heard from them around noon, you said?
It was 12:15 when they pulled up in my yard.
All right. And so that is the beginning of the official missing report for your daughter.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, True Crime Nicole, go ahead.
Okay, so I have a question back up just a little bit. So you said that y'all found the phone with it was just you and Brad, or was it you, Brad, and Rich at 10 o'clock that morning, right? On Tuesday?
They found the phone and they drove it over to Rich's house.
Okay.
Not Rich's. Yeah, Rich's. Oh, Lord help me.
Okay.
Yes, Rich's.
And whenever you drove the phone over to Rich's house, y'all couldn't see anything. It was still on, but
Well,
When
what she's saying is the phone was on. She didn't know the pin to get into the phone,
right.
but Richard wouldn't open the phone because he says it was too dark for him to see, which makes zero sense to me.
Okay. So when you say that, when did you realize that there was stuff deleted in the phone?
the cops did, I didn't. When Kimberly got the phone from Rich, she got into the phone, which I probably should have took it to her instead of with Rich, but I wasn't thinking. I just wanted to hurry up and find my daughter. But Kimberly got into the phone and she called me and she's like, Mom, everything's deleted. Everything from Sunday on is deleted. I was like, what?
So who told her the pin? Did Rich tell her the pin to get into the phone?
Her sister and her have this thing that if you're going to put a pin on your phone, you need to let the other know just in case. So they both know each other's pins.
Okay, and when did Kimmy get a hold of that phone? Like do you know what time? Like when did Kimmy first touch that phone?
I don't know. I don't know how it went down.
But whenever you arrived, do you know what time you arrived to Rich's house to first give him that phone? Was Kimmy with you, or was it just you and Brad?
It was just me and Brad.
And what time was that?
I wasn't looking at my watch.
It was
All I
supposedly
knew was I
between
had to
10:30 and
hurry.
11 a.m. Is that ish?
It was
About that, yeah, something like that. I don't know. I just wanted to hurry up and get that phone to him so that we could get into it and try to find out where she went.
okay. So the only reason why I'm asking is because I have a receipt that I want to show, but I want to ask a few questions before I show this. So did Kimmy go over to Rich's house at the same time and grab that phone, or how did Kimmy get into her physical, like how did she have Becca's physical phone that morning?
She was not at Rich's when I dropped that phone off. I don't know when she got there, but she said that she was going to get the phone. That's all I know.
Was Kimmy the one who turned the phone into police?
Yes.
Okay, and did Kimmy go with somebody to get that phone? Or
I
did she
don't
go
know.
alone?
I don't know who. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm going to can I show this real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to show this, and it says 11:07 a.m. This is Tuesday, and this is Kimmy inside of a passenger vehicle with Becca's physical phone. Right here, 11:07.
Mm-hmm.
And this is her physical phone in a passenger seat.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm asking these questions.
I don't know. I just know that she sent me what you're showing, but I don't know. I don't remember, honestly, because I don't remember when she called me. I didn't look at the time when she called me. I'm just thinking, where is my daughter? I'm not worried about a time frame or this or that when we're trying to find her.
So there's a couple. So Kimmy wasn't with them when they found the phone. I want to clear that up. She was called during the course of this. She said she was going to go get the phone. She went and got the phone. She unlocked it. She took that picture, and then she took the phone to the police department where a report was filed. And then the police came to your house at noon, and they started asking questions about what happened. And I'm assuming that you gave them this exact timeline with this exact vehicle description and scene descriptions, correct?
Yes. He asked me if there was any way that she was high out of her mind or if she was using, and I said, maybe, possibly, I don't know. She didn't seem like that to me. I said she was just quiet. Because he asked me how she was acting and everything, and I was like, she was just quiet when she got in the car and said that Rich wasn't coming. He was sleeping. And then we drove away. I said, but she piped right up after we drove away, so she seemed fine to me.
Steph, there's a few things to just clear up. Whenever you just gave Steph the timeline, you stated that you found this phone and you went directly to Rich's. How far does Rich live away from you? Just right around the corner, right?
About 15, 20 minutes.
Courtney, does Rich have a vehicle?
He does, but the one that him and my daughter were driving was a little pickup truck. I guess it doesn't have brakes, but we were told that he has another vehicle that he's driving now.
The person that you said was giving him rides claims that his vehicle's tore up right now, that he's working on it and would not be able to give Rich a ride. Do you believe that's true?
No, I do not. Michael is also a drug user. Why would he tell the truth? He's not going to. He's gonna try to lie for Rich, and everybody's gonna try to cover Rich. And he's pulled in while we were at Rich's. When I dropped the phone off to Rich, Michael had pulled in. His truck was fine then.
Sorry, my phone went flying.
Can we go back, Steph? And can we reiterate the timeline of when this phone was located on GPS, who located it, who went and found the phone, and who took it to Rich? Can we reiterate that?
Yes, I'll repeat for you what Courtney said. And Courtney, if I'm wrong, you can correct me to your own testimony to us. The phone, the next morning when you became concerned, the last text message that you got from Rich was around 9:51 a.m. where he said, I will call in a minute. He talked about being worried about her. You asked him, Rich, to ping the phone, and he
No.
did.
No.
Okay. What
Kimberly
happened?
asked him to ping the phone.
Kim pinged
Either
the phone.
she asked him or he pinged the phone himself.
So,
I don't know how that went.
okay. So either Kim or him pinged the phone.
Yes.
And when the phone was pinged, you looked at Brad and said, that's right across the road. And he said, no way. And you said, yeah, really, it is.
No. I had to wait for Brad to get here and I showed him the GPS coordinates, and it was like a map thing that they sent me. And Brad's like, that's right across the road. I was like, no. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, let's go.
All right. So Brad comes, you talk about this, and let's go. So he walks and you follow behind him in the truck. He sees the phone laying upside down. He picks it up, and he brings it over to you. There's some moist on the screen that you wipe off. You can't get in the phone, so because you don't know the PIN number. So you and Brad take the phone over to Rich's house. Rich looks at the phone and he says it's too dark for me to open up the phone and see anything on it. Yet it was during the daytime, and you claimed that the screen was bright as day.
Yep.
So you and Brad leave the phone with him, and you're on your way back. You speak to Kimberly, who says, I'm going to get the phone. Kimberly goes over and gets the phone, looks in it, advises you that you had been blocked. Not that she didn't look on the blocked list, but your calls wasn't going through, and that everything on her phone from Monday had been deleted. Am I correct so far?
She didn't say if my number had been blocked. She didn't go that far. She just looked to see who the last person was that she called or she texted, or we were just trying to find clues.
All right. So you speak, and then she takes the phone to police, where they get the phone and a missing persons report is filed, and then they are back at your home by noon the next morning asking questions about her disappearance.
It was noon on Tuesday is when the cops had
the next
came
day,
to my house.
Yes, the next day. Yes. All right. Does that the timeline clear that up? You have any questions for in between True Crime, Nicole?
Yeah, the timeline makes sense, but the timeline also doesn't make sense. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I want to ask a question. Why? I feel like it's confusing to me that why would y'all bring the phone to Rich when y'all were already in contact with him via message or call earlier that morning, and I would have just called him and been like, hey, what's her passcode? Or, hey, if you're not going to give it to me, you know what? I'm just going to bring it to the police, rather than, I feel like there's a lot of chain of custody where this device is going to. So in my opinion, I don't think, and this is just my opinion, I want you to know this. I don't feel like putting the blame on deletion of things inside the phone is right to put it on Rich. And I'm not being biased. I'm just being truthful when there's a lot of chain of custody going on with this phone.
Rich was the only one that would have deleted anything out of that phone. Her sister's not going to.
But do you know that for a fact?
She said when she got the phone and she got into the phone that everything from Sunday night was gone. There was no messages on there from Monday, no messages on Tuesday when she was trying to text the phone, none of that.
Right. And there was also somebody that went with her. Have you asked her who brought her to Rich's house to go pick up that phone? Because Kimmy was in the passenger seat.
Probably her boyfriend, Matt.
Matthew Mars. Is it Mars? Or no, that's Michael. I don't know who Matt is.
I'm not gonna say Matt's
No,
last name.
you don't have to. No, you're fine. You're fine.
But my daughter don't want to be around Rich because he keeps asking her for sexual favors when she's alone. So she's not going over there by herself alone.
No, I wouldn't either. Rich seems like a nasty person. I just have to say he's nasty.
He is. He's very nasty. He's very rude to women. He thinks women are nothing but a sex toy. That is it.
So, leading from that, do you truly, I mean, I know that you don't know what has happened here, but does Rebecca have family out of state that she could depend on to go to get away from Brad and have this baby in complete silence and not contact any of you?
She's got a friend. We do have family that is sorry, my daughter's trying to call me. But she does have family that is out of state on my side and her adoptive parents' side. She has friends that are out of state. So we really don't know at all.
I have a question.
The people that are out of state, are they the kind of people that would keep her in hiding, secrets close to them? They would not let anybody know, at the very least, that she is safe. She is an adult after all. So she wouldn't have to come back if she didn't want to. But I guess where I'm going with this, and I hate to say this and be so blunt about it, Courtney, but I feel like she's not with us anymore.
I don't want to think of that. And please, I do not want to think about that. And I really don't want to hear it. I'm trying to keep my faith up that my daughter's okay. And if she had my grandson, he's okay. Or if she's still pregnant, she's doing okay. She's got food, so that he's eating. And I don't want to think the worst. I do not. But the people that are out of state, like Angie that was up on the panel, she wouldn't say a word. She'd keep it quiet. Her friend that we know, he has hid her before for weeks on ends.
Who's her friend?
And not told anybody, not even her. His name is Josh. I don't know his last name or any of that.
Her best friend, Josh. Is that the one that sent the screen Snapchat of her talking to him at 3 a.m? Josh, her best friend, Josh.
I don't know.
He's calling her his best friend, but I know that his name is Josh, and that's the only Josh I can remember.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Encounters before.
So, okay, I want to back up again. I'm sorry, but whenever I asked you, when I asked you who realized that stuff was deleted on the phone, you had told me the police did. And then we talked about it again, and you said Kimmy did. So which one is it?
Kimberly realized that stuff was gone, but she didn't go all the way through the phone. She just looked real quick and took the phone to the police department. And she told me, Mom, things have been deleted. Like there's nothing from Monday.
Did
So
she
she
look?
was like,
The police.
So all of the text messages that she would. So what we have to remember is she went missing the night before. So overnight, there shouldn't be. Although she did at 3 o'clock in the morning the day before, but I'm sure maybe she couldn't sleep. So not normally in a normal circumstance would you expect an activity overnight on a phone. So that would be okay. But the morning of, is she the kind of person that would be that text or calls in the morning? Maybe she says, good morning, how's your day? Anything like that on a normal basis that did not happen the next day.
She calls or she'll text and say, are you coming to get me today? What time are you going to be here?
And so it could be that those messages weren't deleted, but that those messages were never sent. In other words, she wasn't near her phone to send them. I'm trying to build timeline again, because this more than likely tells me that the phone was discarded overnight. You see where I'm going with that?
The text messages from her and her sister at 6 p.m. and the call from her and her sister at 6 p.m. were gone on Monday. Before I got there to get her sister, they were gone.
All right.
Y'all, I just want y'all to say, if y'all aren't following Steph, make sure y'all follow her. This is probably the calmest platform I've been on in panel with at least family. Make sure y'all give her a follow. Sorry, I'll shut up.
That's okay. You're good. You're good. Thank you. We have 383,000 likes, and I know that we can reach 400,000 likes. Keep tapping, because tapping is clapping. One question in the comments is from Lexi. She says, Courtney, would you be willing to do a lie detector test to prove that you're telling the truth about the car?
I cannot take a lie detector test because I have tachycardia.
Okay. Can Kimmy take a lie detector test about the things that she has experienced so far?
Yes.
Do you think that Rich would take a lie detector test?
I don't know.
Jaylyn, I've made like $30. Stop. And I've put in 55,000 hours. It's not as glamorous as you think. I'm not going to get off the live and put on my glorious mink fur coat from covering this case. Okay? The whole point of this is to help find Rebecca. It's not like y'all think. And listen, you want to yell at me for having a platform, but you're on here watching it. So what are you doing?
Yeah, talk your wish.
Okay.
So, okay, I do want to ask a question, and I'm just going to back up on this question. So, from the very initial night that she went missing, you said a few things in regards to how Becca would have reacted if you would have contacted her, right? I kind of have two questions in regards to this, but I'm going to ask the initial question. Did you and Becca have issues as to why she would react this way if you called her, even though you were helping her out with money as well as a laundry detergent? Would calling her...
You up.
I'm sorry.
Me and Becca have always had a rocky relationship, okay? And I've tried to help her out when she was pregnant with Nikki. And I was trying to... Hold on just a second. Sorry, my kids are home. Damon! Damon!
We have 412,000 likes. Holy cow. I remember when I went to Myrtle Beach, I had 1.8 million likes one time in live. That was crazy. 1.2 thousand likes. Like True Crime Nicole said, if you are in the room and you do not follow me, please do so. It is free to do. I'll reset the goal. 10
Okay.
of Sonic countdowns or
they're
something.
out
If you
now.
can throw one, it goes to support the platform. Go ahead.
Okay, where was I? But anyway, I give her advice when she was pregnant with Nick. And she was always like, "You're always up in my business, Mom. You don't understand what I'm going through." Okay, well, I had 3 babies taken from me. I think I understand, you know? And I tried to tell her that. And after that, it was, "You're always in my business, Mom." I didn't want that.
Can I want to ask one more question?
Whoa, hold up.
Oh,
This was just handed to me.
I think it's messed up. I tried to.
Bentley, did this come from,
That came straight from Ansley.
is this you talking to her?
Yes.
Okay, so my son was talking to a friend of mine's daughter, and my son was like, "I got tons of BS to deal with because of my sister being missing." The other person was like, "Yeah, I saw Richie text me and said he needed love and affection because I left him on red, but that's not good news." Even her kid, too, though. My son was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, she never gave birth to him yet. She's due today, though. So Rich is asking other females he needs love and affection.
yes, this is true. I have another receipt of this, of
too.
him talking to his niece, Paige, in regards to needing some type of.
Paige Knopf.
Yeah, Rich had messaged her in regards to him
Actually,
needing.
let me back you up on that. Rich and Paige have had sexual encounters before.
That's the second time it's done that.
Oh,
That's not his niece.
Can we, yeah, I know it was like a honorable uncle situation.
Okay, so hold on a second. Let me know when you're on your way here so I can be outside. And I just wonder when you think you will be around. And my daughter was like, "We're trying." Okay, if you can't, it's fine. Then he deleted a message. So when are you going to let me jerk off and come on your sexy tit?
okay. Wait,
whoa.
hold on.
Sorry.
Everybody tap the screen.
Sorry.
When did he send this? Today?
October 22nd at 9:20.
He sent that October 22nd.
Back on the 22nd at 5 a.m. he sent me let me, and if we can, I'll jerk off and come on something for you. Let's see.
Has he sent you anything since your sister's been gone?
I think since Becca's been missing.
Yes. Has
this
he
Kimmy?
asked you for sexual favors or any of that?
Courtney, is this Kimmy?
Yes.
He has not sent me anything since she has disappeared. But at his house the other night, when I went to go get Becca's phone, he asked me if I wanted to go back into the bedroom with him and fuck him.
Oh my God.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Yeah,
Here, I'll give Kimmy the phone.
that's crazy, but I do want to ask a question in regards to her statement just now. You said that back the other night when you went to go get her phone, I thought it was the morning time when you got her phone.
No, I got her phone at hold on. I went over to Rich's about 10 o'clock that night
Huh?
to go get I went to Rich's about 10 o'clock that night to go get my sister's phone to take it to the sheriff's department.
You mean 10 o'clock the next morning or that night?
The Monday night or Tuesday? Whoa, hold on.
Tuesday night.
So Courtney said the morning.
I took Becky's phone
I
the
took
morning.
phone over in the morning on Tuesday.
So y'all waited 12 hours to go get the phone and bring it to police? Because you said noon is when they put out the missing person report, whenever the phone was brought to them.
Rich lied to me and told me that that was a phone that had data on it that Becca had that was found on the trail, and it was not the phone that she had. I got the phone I took the phone to the sheriff's department at like 10 o'clock the next
Tuesday
morning,
night.
too.
Tuesday night, 10 o'clock Tuesday night, you take the phone to the police.
Yes.
So when did the missing persons report get filed with the police department?
Noon, because I'm the one that called it in.
So you called it in at noon, and they came over to your mom's house before they got the phone?
Yes.
So Rich had in his possession her phone for the entire day of Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay.
And like I've said before, anything on that phone from Monday was completely deleted. There was nothing on that phone since Sunday, and I have my own text messages, my own cell phone calls that showed that I talked to my sister on Monday. And those were not on my sister's phone.
In your opinion, why do you think, what would be the reasoning for them deleting those things for Monday?
Because Rich or Rebecca are both trying to hide something.
In your opinion, what would that be? What would they try to hide?
Affairs. Rich goes through and deletes texts from his baby mama Ashley because they've been hooking up behind my sister's back. Rich goes through and deletes messages from me and him because he knows I'm going to turn around and show my sister those messages of him trying to fuck me. Becky does the same thing when she hooks up with these other guys.
So by the time that you went over there and you got the phone in your possession and it's 10 o'clock at night, when you open the phone, those things are gone. So you're saying that, alleging that during the day that he had the phone, he opened the phone and deleted the things that he wanted to delete.
Pretty much.
Ouch.
With all of the chaos of his pregnant wife missing, who is due, he's worried about information of possible affairs?
You want one of these? Do you want to clear it?
I'm sorry, what was it?
So in all of the chaos of his wife missing, who is pregnant, like this is a huge emergency, he's worried about what people will think of the messages that he has sent from her. I'm just trying to understand why things on her phone would be deleted. Are you saying that he didn't want people to have any information of any kind of affairs that she would be allegedly having on Monday specifically and Monday only?
If he's the one that deleted stuff, that would definitely be true. But I don't know if it was my sister or not.
We don't technically know.
If I would have gotten the phone Monday night, it would have gone straight to the sheriff's department that night.
During the day, Kimberly, during the time after Courtney dropped the phone off and during the time before the time you went to get the phone, did you have any conversation with Rich about what may have happened to Rebecca, or did he seem concerned at all?
He didn't seem concerned with anything. He texted me that morning. Don't know exactly what time. I'll have to look it up. But asked me if I heard from my sister, if I knew where she was at. Keep in mind, I'm still at work at this point. And like I told him, I don't know.
And you had a good relationship with your sister, and you know in your heart of hearts that she would not this long, even if she ran from Rich, not contact you or your mother or anybody in your family?
She would not.
No, her and the whole her abandoning her phone, that ain't her. Like, it was like 5 or 6 years ago now. She was dating this guy, Travis Bearns Jr. Know who he is. My family's associated with him for quite a long time. And he ended up beating the hell out of her. She came to my doorstep crying and asked me to crash the night. If she could crash the night. I told her, yeah, go ahead. The next morning, I've got cops banging on my door asking me where my sister is. And I told them she's here, she's safe, nobody needs to know she's here. Her phone is sitting right there on the counter. She is in bed. You guys can literally go ask her. But I'm just asking that you guys don't tell Travis that she's here. The only thing that I want told is that she's okay and she's safe. She spent probably 2 weeks, give or take, at my house in my fully furnished basement, hiding out from Travis. Because it got to the point he was showing up at my door. I gave my sister my own bedroom so she could just calm down and relax. But the thing that's got me pretty pissed off right now is there's people going around on Facebook, TikTok, even Snapchat, targeting my daughter. My daughter's going to be 12 months in December.
They're targeting your brother now, too.
And I don't know what my daughter or my adoptive parents have anything to do with this.
Is it possible,
Lily
because you couldn't see what's on Rich's phone? I'm just throwing out
Rich is always
do what?
a couple months ago, there was a fight going on between them. Oh, he's cheating. Oh, she's cheating. So I told him straight out, give me both your phones. I'm going to go through them, and I'll tell you guys the truth on who's cheating, who's not. They ended up, Rich would not give me his phone. My sister gave me her phone in privacy, and I told Rich straight out that she was not cheating on him. I had talked over my sister with all the things that were a little bit concerning that I found on her phone. You know, we had that heart-to-heart sister conversation, but she was not cheating on him then. And I asked Rich straight out for his phone because I wanted to end this week-long argument. And Rich was incompliant with it.
I want to say this, but I want to say it's just a theory. Okay, but I have to keep going back. So you're saying that Rich don't have a car, or the car that he has is broke down, and then didn't you say he was driving a different car now?
He's
driving a different car now. He had an
Would
S10 that has, it's completely broke. He broke the drive belt on it, or one of the belts on it. But it's sitting over at Scott Bozak's house, broken.
The night Rebecca disappeared, would he have access to a vehicle? Maybe she called him to come pick her up, and maybe a fight ensued on the way home type of situation. So I guess that's why I'm asking vehicle access.
He would have had access to his dad's car, Michael's truck, anybody, Ashley's van. It could have been anybody that he had called.
And he's got all kinds of friends.
I see you, Jaylee.
He's saying he knows what she was wearing when she walked out of the house, but yet what he's describing is not what she was wearing. So how can a sleeping man know what his fiance is wearing? That makes no sense to me.
Who are the Scotts?
Oh, Scott Bozak is a known druggie.
Oh, Scott.
His
Somebody's
house
saying
is
is look at the Scotts. They're saying look at the Scott. I'm just reading the comments.
Scott Bozak is currently in Wexford County Correctional Facility.
Wexford County Jail.
Correctional facility, same difference.
Is Rich's father coherent? In other words, if the police ask him, was your son here all night, would he be able to say yes?
No, he wouldn't be able to say that because he was sleeping. Everybody in the house was sleeping.
Besides Tim.
Besides who?
Tim Ayton. My
Who's
cousin
that?
Tim. It's also Rich's cousin. That's the only family that the Failers and the Parks have in relation.
So your cousin was at Rich's that night?
Yeah, he got kicked out of his own house.
Okay, did not know that, but okay.
What did she say?
Yeah, repeat that. So
Kimberly, repeat it.
My cousin Tim, he's been staying at Richie's house because his own parents kicked him out. And he was awake when Rebecca would have left.
Okay.
He doesn't go to bed till 11 o'clock. He's a complete gamer.
Would he have been out where
Yeah,
he would have seen her leave?
he sleeps in a chair by their bedroom door.
By Rebecca and Rich's
Rich's.
door?
Yeah.
That's a little sus. And that's a little weird.
So here he hears every single conversation that ever goes inside that bedroom.
That's a little creepy.
Mm-hmm.
We have 522,000 likes and 1.3 thousand souls in this room right now. If you are in here and you do not follow me, please do so. It is free to do. Today's live goal is 10 sonic booms. We already have 8 of the 10. We only need 2 more. If you can throw one, it goes to support the platform and what we do here. Did you know that I have a podcast? You can listen to me wherever major podcasts are heard. Excuse me. Spotify,
You better hurry up.
Apple, iHeartRadio, or you can go to scfpodcast.com. Go ahead, Courtney.
Oh, I was talking to my daughter. She said that she had to go to the bathroom, and I told her, better hurry up.
Okay. Well, True Crime Nicole looks like she is serious in conversation, so I'm not sure what's going on over there or while the camera's on, but it looks very serious. I'm sitting here looking at these facial expressions. I'm trying not to laugh, but I have no idea what's going on. But I guess we've been on live now for over 3 hours, so I guess we'll take a break, okay? Courtney and Kimberly, I want to thank you guys so very much for coming on the platform and being honest with us and going over the timeline with us so that we can try to help you put in these puzzle pieces to try to find Rebecca. I'm going to be live again at 10:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. If you feel like coming by, if you have an update or have anything you want to say, you're welcome to use the platform to get that out there. Totally up to you. But we're going to keep talking about this until we know a little bit more. Maybe police will have a presser. I feel like they need to, even though they don't have much information to give, at least assure the public that they are looking. Because for all intents and purposes, the public probably feels like there is a killer on the loose. And so I'm sure everybody is up in arms in that town. True Crime Nicole.
We're not going to say that.
Well, I would be.
I mean, nobody
I'd be scared to hell death. Huh?
We haven't heard any of that, so nobody has anything to be scared of or any of that right now. I'm sure if that is the case, then the police will alert the community.
I hope they're okay, but I'd be thrown down scared to death. Just speaking from personal experience, I'd say there is a killer on the loose, and yins better get them. That's what I'd say. But the next time, listen, I'm going to message you, Courtney, my cell phone number in case you need to get a hold of me for anything. And if you have anything, of course, you can say, hey, say this because this is wrong, or please straighten this out or whatnot. And I'll be here with you, okay? I'm seeing a bunch of people telling me to call them. I can't. I'm taking a break. I got to go eat some lunch, okay? Send me a message. All right. You guys are doing it every single day. I go live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time until noon. I also go live on Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be filming News Nation, a show with News Nation in regards to the Katie Ferguson case on Thursday. That starts at noon, so there might be a time in between there. Well, I might have to go early. I might have to shut it off about 11:30 or something on Thursday. Okay, but that should be the only early day. She must be on the phone with somebody important. We'll find information out from her. I think she might go live after this. You'll have to talk to her about that. Okay. And if anybody else is going live, I'll just come and hang out on your panel while I'm eating my sandwich and taking a breather. If we need to go live again, we surely will. That's what we're here for. With any breaking news, we'll bring it to you. All right. Make sure you follow me, folks. 1.2 thousand people in this room. Hit the follow button. Just hit it. It's free. Just go, psh, just do it right now. Everybody in the room go, psh, followed, psh, followed. All right. Follow me on every social media platform that I have possible. It is YouTube, same username, same logo. Facebook, same username, same logo. TikTok, obviously, Twitter, which we now know is X. So Instagram, every social media platform you can possibly think of, that is where you'll find me at Steph's Case Files. All right. Thank you for supporting my platform and being here today. And I hope that you are kind to another and have a blessed day. Thank you so much.